Okay, I'll try this out. Just need to get a couple things set up so I can see what's going on here. All right. So I didn't bring my headset, so I'm gonna have a hard time hearing chat when they chat, but we're just gonna try to get back to making some drinking glasses. I should grab the glasses I made last time. I'll show kind of what we're making. So I'm gonna cut my head off. So these are the glasses that I'm making. They're multicolored, just a little bit of multi-speckled on them, drinking glasses. That's what I'm gonna work on today. I'm just kind of testing the stream out, getting back into the glass blowing, those kind of things. So hopefully the audio is okay as well. These will go for sale after I get them priced. Get some of these rods up here and warming up and try get this to follow me this time. Let's see here. So right now we're working out of a different glory hole. So last time I was on, we worked out over there. So there's 3 glory holes you can work out. This one's just a kind of a smaller one, so we're just going to work on smaller stuff. Let's try and make sure I have everything I need. Get some color. Garnet red? Let's see. Where's just normal red? Let's get the camera back over here. Ascension, how's it going? Gotta make sure my thing's gonna work. All right, battery almost died because the plug I used wasn't working. All right, let's get this back to normal here. There we go. Okay. You following me now? Let's get that back to that. So we got red and yellow that we're going to be using. Let's see here. I'm not used to working on this side here, so we're going to figure it out. Put a little yellow. We'll add some red. This is called deep red. I was kind of looking for a bullseye red, which I'm used to using, but I didn't see it anywhere. We're just going to make a line of this. And then I'll gather that up when we get to gathering here. Let's see what else I have. Items. I need the mold. Blow it in there. If I can stand tall enough. All right. All right, so we're going to heat the rod up so we can gather on it. We're going to make some drinking glasses. Last time we made some multicolored drinking glasses. This time we're making red and yellow drinking glasses. So I kind of lined them up so red will be on the bottom, yellow will be on the top. And then I will heat it up and twist it so the colors will have a little twist to them. This glory hole is really bright. I was trying to get the camera to work through voice because I thought that the camera could move into different positions. I thought my voice would move the camera in different positions, but it's not. Funky, how's it going? I got to read chat sometimes. I don't have my headphones. And then I mess up the camera, apparently. I'm right here, camera. There we go. Okay. All right, we're going to gather on this. I'm not used to this position, so it's hard to set up the camera for it. I might just have to set it and have it static for the entire time. Let's push the glass out. I'm doing good, Funky. Hope you're doing well. Blow in here just a little bit. We'll get this bubble started here. Then we'll go and let this cool. We'll gather on it again. Add the color to it. Let's see here. What I'm going to do is just have the camera stop there. See if it recognizes that. Okay. We'll just kind of hold it there. Gather the color on there a little bit. Heat that up. I don't know if okay, I gotta make sure I have blocks. This one's a little too big. Use a smaller one. Then we're just use tweezers, kind of just twist the color a little bit. Heat it up, and we'll start to kind of blow it and stretch it. Bottom's kind of thick right now. It's like candy corn. Yeah, it kind of does. Got red and orange, red and yellow on it, so maybe a little bit. Got the sides kind of thin. Stretched out a little bit too much before I got the air in there. I'm gonna hold it up, just get that bubble to go up and out. Stretch it a little bit. We'll go in the mold next, just to kind of shape it. Heat it up. Make this a little shorter of a glass. All right, where do I hang this? Oh, over there. Okay, and gather another punty of glass so we can transfer this. Try to touch this to the bottom here. This bench is really weird to me. Okay. So now we got to heat up the top. Hopefully I'm somewhat centered on the bottom there. So we can open it up evenly. I don't think I indented the bottom quite enough. I think it kind of flattened out when we hung it up. So we'll see if this sits flat or not once we're done with it. Maybe I'll move the camera somewhere else. Okay. There's our glass. You can find the grabbers. So this has got red and yellow. This should be a deep red. We'll kind of see how it looks when it comes out. But then we twisted the colors, kind of swirled them a little bit. Make it look like flames. And you add red and yellow kind of together. They will mix a little bit, so they'll make a little bit of orange here and there when they overlap. So I used to do red, orange, and yellow. I decided to kind of cut out one of the colors just so the two would make the third. I'm going to grab this, tap it off. Use a torch over here to heat treat it. And then we put it into the annealer. So we're going to try to make several of these. Goal is to maybe get to as close as I can to maybe something like 10, but I don't think I'll get to 10 tonight. Tonight's probably going to be a shorter stream just because I got to get home a little earlier than usual. But we did start a little quicker than last time. So now we're going to gather again and make another one. Trying not to look directly into the glory hole here as it gets really bright. Then when you move from the glory hole to the bench, then you got this bright spot in your eyes right where you want to look. So you never really want to look directly into the glory hole. You want to kind of look off to the side. That way you can see when you move away. Okay, we get a little gather. Push it out. So kind of marver the glass, push it out to the front of the rod. Do a small blow. Cap it with my thumb, catch the air in the rod here. Moisture turns to steam and expands and creates the bubble all on its own. So we'll let this cool a little bit and gather on top of this, and then we'll roll it in the color there. So we add the color to it. Now we got to heat and melt that color in. Oh, it's like where'd the tweezers go? Sat on my tweezers. So glad it wasn't burning hot. We heat this up again. Start to shape it. Okay. We heat this up and go in the optic mold this time. We're just going to flatten the bottom. I try to indent it a little more than I did last time. Last time seemed okay. Just don't want it to heat and come out. Hang this up, we'll get the punty. We get another rod, we just gather a little bit of glass on it. We're going to use this to attach to the bottom of this glass. Try to find center. Chill the top a little bit. Tap it off. Hope it doesn't fall on the floor. And we try to heat it up to open it up. Got to flash the bottom, so we go all the way in to heat the bottom of the glass to make sure the punty doesn't break off. It doesn't get too cold. And then we try to add heat to the top here where we want to work. Oh. Just indented it by accident. I heat this up a little bit more. Now we can open this up. Now the glass is finished and we'll take it off. Just chilling where I want it to break. Hopefully it breaks off smooth. Tap it off. And then we heat treat the bottom. And we put it in the annealer to cool overnight. Get rid of any tension in the glass. It should be shelf stable in about 24 hours. That's our second glass. 2 glasses. Hey Jacob, how's it going? Thanks for stopping in. It's hard for me to read right now. Got the bright light kind of stuff in front of my face. I didn't bring my headphones, so I can't listen to speech to chat like I usually do. Start heating up the next rod. So our goal is just to kind of make more glasses this year. We want to make a bunch just because it's kind of what sells in the shop. And then I'll continue to start working on my sprites that I've been doing. So I've been taking sheet glass and stacking them up to make different shapes in glass, like the Holy Water from Castlevania or Mega Man from Mega Man. And I was making Link was the next one I was working on, and I kind of stopped halfway, so I'm hoping to get back to that one. I just got to figure out where to set it up so I can do them. So as long as we're making kind of practical stuff like the drinking glasses, vases, and bowls, and then doing the Marini stuff for kind of 8-bit Marini stuff. And then hopefully maybe get back to some floral paperweights if I can as well. So everything will be a little bit different. Hoping to do glassblowing every Wednesday and Thursday, at least once a week if I can, just to stay busy with it and try to get back into it. It's been a while. We'll let this cool, then gather on it, and then get some color on it. This time we're not going to marver that out first. We're just going to go to the color, heat it up. We'll kind of shape it this way and see how it turns out. The color I made on the first two is kind of all the way to the bottom. So I'd like the color to be a little bit higher, not all the way to, if it wraps around the bottoms. Kind of like the line of color to be slightly up a little further. So we'll see if this helps or not. I might still have to put the color a little higher. Kind of give a little twist to the color. Okay. Heat this up. Jack line here. going to go in the other mold that's just slightly thinner. Make this kind of more of a water glass, thinner glass. Let it stretch a little bit more from the top. Don't want it to get too big because the mold's not too big. Heat this up, now we'll go in the mold. Warm this up, we'll get a punty. This will be a little taller, a thinner. Try to keep this centered if you can. Tap that off. We'll try to open this up. Glass. How's it going? We heat the tip up here. We can open it up, finish up with the top of the glass here. Open it up a little bit, thin it out. Try to make sure it's centered. We can open it up the rest of the way. Claycorp, how's it going? I was trying to figure out who it was because I don't have my ears on. Don't have my headset on, so I can't hear the speech to chat. Open this up the rest of the way here. Well, this glass is a little, what do you call it? I guess it's thinner. It's not glass thinner. It's just not as wide. That's the word I'm looking for. So this glass is a little bit more like a juice glass. It's not as wide as the other ones. Try not to touch the rod in the wrong place so we don't burn ourselves. Heat treat the bottom now. And we put it away. We might do one more of these thinner ones. Then we have two. Try to make them in pairs. Then you hope people like to buy them in pairs. Yeah, let's see here. Oh. Try not to look at the bright light. Let my eyes adjust. King Elonian, thanks for raiding in. Welcome, raiders. Yeah, if only. But you are enough. Thanks for stopping in. Ah, it's so bright. I need to buy some of those glasses, the didymium glasses that help protect your eyes from the glow. I had a pair, but they kind of got old. Plastic on them started to feel sticky, and I think they eventually were like acquired by classes that came in and used for classes. So I don't know where they are anymore. So I need to buy myself a good pair. Then I can wear shades while blowing glass. Push this out. Show the sides. We'll start the bubble. There, we'll let this cool. Man, I wish 5,000 people rated in. Then I might get one follower.
I've been thinking about your last stream and remembering my trips to Museum of Glass in Tacoma. I need to plan a trip to the Corning Glass place in New York.
Yeah, I need to plan a trip there too. I haven't been there. It'd be really nice to go and see. What I'd actually really like to do is take my father-in-law to different places since he was like always into glass, kind of taught me everything, taught a lot of students here. Glass was just his passion. And now that he's retired, it'd be really nice to take him to all these places he's never gone to. He's always wanted to go to a lot of different glass shops and just explore and see. It'd be nice to try to take him out to see some of them. Twist there, they're not evenly spaced, that's all right. Keep that bubble going. Where people contact my people. All right, I'll have my people call your people. They'll try to set something up. As soon as I find my people, I'll have them call you. Just going to smooth it out just a little bit more so that neck's a little smoother. We'll go back and heat it up. So I have a little more glass on this one than it did the last one. So I'll have to decide what shape of this glass I want it to be, how wide I want it to be. There'll be a little bit more glass in here. So I might be able to make this one into a bigger one. The last one felt thin, so I went to the not as wide mold. This one we might be able to go into the normal size one. It's getting too long here now. A little lopsided. Didn't hold the pipe centered. Flatten the bottom. Indent it. This will be where we attach punty. Try to keep it up to temperature here. We'll get a punty now. It's so weird for me to be working on that glory hole over there. It just seems so far away from the glass, which is fine for the small stuff I work on. It just feels weird. Okay, let's attach this. Try to center it up. Tap that off. Now we're going to heat the top up. We're going to open this up. Try to open this up here. Let's get started. Got a piece of newspaper on here. It's just going to start burning soon. There we go. Come on, burn off. Yeah. How's your homebrew? How's it going? Somebody's been working out. No, I have not. I should be. I stopped eating out a bunch. New Year's resolution not to eat out at work. Trying to bring stuff from home. Try to save money that way. We'll see how long that lasts. Okay. There we go. It's kind of hard to not eat out. Or it seems like a lot of work to make a lunch for yourself when you got to make lunches for your kids before school. And then you're just exhausted and tired. You're like, I got to leave soon for work, and I still have to make my lunch. It's just so much easier just to buy food. Usually my go-to is Taco Bell. It's just cheaper for the box. It's hard to beat a $5 or $7 meal. You know, they got the $5 box, or $7 box, $9 box. Everything else is $12, you know, when you go somewhere, 12 or 15. So then you try to justify it, like, oh man, it cost me $7 just to make my lunch at home. So it's like, what's the point? All right, there we go. 4 glasses. We made 4 glasses. I still need to make one more thin one. I think I'd like to have pairs, so like one more thin one. Too much salt? Yeah, it is. It is very much salty stuff. So trying to cut that off too. But then one of the other options I do is I buy canned soup from the store, because I buy like chunky soup or whatever. And that's just full of sodium as well. You just can't win, you know? I want one more thinner glass. And then we might, I need color here. Then we might change colors. So we got red and yellow here. It's called a deep red. They didn't have the red I wanted. But deep red should work. It just might look a little bit more brown than red when it thins out. We'll see. See what it looks like when it's done. Heat up the rod here. Want the rod to be warm. Needs to be hot so the glass will stick to it. Hot glass will stick to hot metal. It doesn't stick too well to cold metal. That's why we can shape it on the metal slab there. A little bit more. Okay. Still have multiplayer Wednesday tonight. We're going to continue For the King 2. which was a lot of fun last time. And we just gathered a little bit, so we won't be gathering a whole lot the second time. Keeping this one a little smaller. Let's get an air bubble started. We have a small air bubble by the pipe, which might get blown into the glass, and that might not be, that could wreck the glass. Depends how the air bubble goes. If it goes to the surface of the glass, it can create a really thin spot, which is breakable, and it's not good. If it stays kind of centered or somewhere thick, it might be okay, but we got to see when it's done. Could stay up by the pipe, and then we can kind of mess with it and cut it out of the glass. It just depends where it lands. Heat this up, melt in the color we just added. So I did just change my camera for my game stream at home. So I might be able to bring my second camera to the glass shop with me when I blow glass. And that way, maybe I can set up 2 angles, switch between somehow, get back to switching cameras again. Extreme close up. Yep. I was trying to figure out, I thought this camera had voice commands. I thought I could tell it to go to different presets. But I don't know if it does, or I don't know if I have it set up correctly for it. So I got to figure out how that, because then I could tell the camera to go different angles on its own, which would be really cool. I wouldn't have to worry about it. I could just yell out commands to the camera. And figure out how to set that up. Squeak. Hello. Don't eat this squid. It's not the same person as Retro Homebrew. It can't be. The names are different. How's it going over on the YouTube side? I think the YouTube side is only 720 right now, 720p. I don't know if the restream allows me to do the 1080 that I wanted to. It's doing on Twitch, so I might switch it so that YouTube's my main, and it sends a better quality over there for the glass stuff. I don't know yet. I gotta see what it looks like.
Don't need this quick. Said, watching on social worries really
There we go. Heat up the top again. Try to make sure it's centered. Hopefully I centered it. Well, I hope it looks good over there on your phone. Shoulders are getting too warm. Didn't heat up the top yet, so color's heating up quicker than the top of the glass. Open it up a little bit, show the sides. Okay, we'll try to heat up more of the lip of the glass. I tried watching the original Terminator the other day. I really wanted to watch Terminator 2 just because the game came out recently for Terminator 2. And my kids wanted nothing to do with it. So I'm sad. I'll have to get back and finish it off and kind of see the rest of it. But we were kind of too busy, so I couldn't sit and watch it with them anyway. I just got home and was starting to get dinner ready. It was interesting to watch the beginning of Terminator and just see the special effects that they had for it. And how, as a kid, or when I was younger, it looked so realistic. And then you go back and see it now, and you're like, man, that's not as realistic as I remember. I just opened up too much. A little wider at top than we wanted. Just from overheating it and spinning it. Break this off. Heat treat it. All right, put this away. All right, that's 5. Made 5 glasses. Let's separate the glass here. I think we're going to change colors now. So I'll put this color away. Try to figure out what colors to do next. Let's see here. Yellow needs to go back. Let's see here. Might do some swirls. Different kind of swirls. Yeah, I keep stepping on that. Not sure where to put the color. Let me get the rods warmed up again here. Okay. This is the one I just used, I think. I don't know. Let's clean up. All right. So we don't have to push the color out. We're just going to dip into the color on the first gather, one on each side, and then we'll swirl it around inside of here and give it a kind of a different look. We'll let the glass drip and then wrap it back up inside the glory hole. Gather some glass, go into the red, and then a little bit of white, and heat this up. Get it nice and hot. I'm going to push the color out so all the color's in front of the rod here. Get it nice and hot again. Drip and then try to wrap up the color a little bit. Get it nice and hot again, and I'll marver it out. Make sure it's all melted together. Then we try to start that bubble. Show the sides. It's harder to see the bubble because there's glass. It's got colored glass on it. You can see more of the swirls maybe when it cools down, but see a little bit more of the striations of the colors on it. So then we'll gather on this and start making the glass. So then it'll be a glass that's kind of red and white. It's kind of swirled together. So we'll gather on this. Block, shape it. Try to keep the bubble in there. We'll stretch and blow it a little bit bigger. Then we'll get in the optic mold here. Okay, get nice and hot. Pull in the mold. Get a punty. Okay, attach this to the bottom. Won't really see what the color is going to be like till it's done. Might be a brownish color, depends on how this color thins out. Sometimes red will turn too brown if it is blown out too much. Whoa, it's indenting. Sometimes the color in certain places will heat up quicker than the rest of the glass. So there's a part where the white comes together, it's heating up quicker on the shoulder there where it's a little bit thinner, and the white heats up a little bit quicker. Open up the mouth of the glass a little bit wider here. Help thin it out a little bit. So we'll kind of have to wait to see what this color becomes. Just like how thin or how brown it is basically when it thins out. But you can see the white kind of wisp around. I really like this style of glass. It's nice finding two colors that go well together. Usually a color in white or a color in black. Just kind of depends which ones you want to put together. It's always fun. Sometimes you'll grab two colors of a popular sports team, and then the people in your area are like, oh, those are my colors. Gotta buy that. Agent Wyvern, how's it going? Thanks for stopping in. Yeah, I really like these style glasses. They can be my favorites. Just kind of depends what colors. Sometimes colors don't match, and you're like, ah, that's ugly. But usually it's okay. But the world is a weird place because sometimes you grab two colors and you're like, oh man, these two colors, they don't work together at all. They look, I don't like them. And someone will walk in and be like, that's my wedding colors. I love them. I want them. And they're like, oh, okay. Made them just for you. Popular sports team. Do you know that they make like wine bottles with sports team's name on it? They're all made by the same company. It's just like the same crappy wine, but with a different sports team labeled on top of it. It's like, man, they probably don't taste very well, very good. So I don't think like I don't drink wine if I'm watching sports, you know, but I don't watch sports very much, so maybe I'm not the right target market. We're gonna make one or more of these just so we have two. Always have to make them in pairs. That way, if one fails, you still have one. If they both succeed, hopefully someone will buy them in pairs. It's all that psychology stuff. If there's two of them, maybe they'll buy both. Maybe it's how I convince myself to make two. Reverse psychology on myself. Gather a little bit of glass here. Like I said, we'll go in the red. We add more red than white just because white goes a lot farther than the red does when they are stretched. These glasses take a little bit longer just because you're melting the glass and mixing it. It doesn't take a whole lot longer, but just slightly. It can be a little bit more finicky just because the colors are swirled together and some of the colors react differently to the heat. Chill this down. The colors didn't swirl as much as the other one did. It'll still turn out interesting. I don't know if the bubble's getting started here. It's hard to see through the color. I don't think it really got started. Come on. Okay. See the bubbles starting. It's bulging out one side though. Okay, try to keep it centered. Okay. We got started. We'll let the school gather on this. So now this one has the strand of white kind of went around it this time instead of like a little bit up and around. This one straight across. So this one will look a little bit different. Gather some glass on this. smooth it out. Whoa. Right now the bubble's kind of closer to the neck, so I'm going to have to try to get the bubble to go down a little bit more. Such an incredible skill. Thanks. So interesting, what kind of glass do you collect? Obviously, we have a lot of glass in our house that my father-in-law collected, as well as glass that he's made, that we made. A lot of stuff that we have in our house is all the failures that we didn't sell. So we kept it. It's like we fail a lot, so we get to keep a lot of that glass that just we don't sell. Because, they turn out to be the most interesting sometimes, but show the sides here. We're going to go in the mold now. Heat it up. It was kind of interesting to me because there was a glass museum in Wisconsin, and they have a lot of paperweights and things people have made, and I never knew that, and I grew up in Wisconsin, and for the longest time, I moved away and all that stuff, and moved here to Omaha, and later on I found out that it was there. And I was like, I lived there for I don't know how long, and just you never know what's around you because you're never really looking for it until sometimes you get involved with something or someone tells you about it. And so now I feel like I got to go back there and see. I think we stopped there to look. It was just like a small building, but it had a lot of Marini paperweights there. And my father-in-law has some of the paperweights that I was looking at that looked exactly the same like some of them that are in the museum. And so I think that some of the stuff he has been made by the same artists that have glass in that Wisconsin museum. And I never got to compare and just try to figure out people's names and see if they're the same ones or not. This bottom's coming out a little bit. I gotta make sure it's indented so it sits flat. Heat this up, open up the top. This is a little bit thicker than I expected. Sometimes it's hard to gauge the thickness when you have color on it. Open that up. Okay. We can break this off, put this away. Well, it's fine. I was trying to remember if it locks behind itself, but it does. It's fine. Tap that off. Heat treat the bottom. Gets rid of any punty marks or sharpness. Yeah, this one's a lot thicker than I expected, so a little heavier. All right. So that was, I don't even know, 5, 6, 7. 7 glasses? I don't even know how many I did. Let me grab the ones I did last time, including the bowl I did last time, which is got a really bad foot on it. I had more glasses than I thought. So we made some multicolor glasses last time. This is how it turned out. It's got just a bunch of different colors that are mixed together, then applied to the glass. Several different ones. The bowl I made, we had an issue with the foot. This is the bowl I made last time, but you can see that it's got the multicolor on it with the indents. We wanted the optic mold to make the indents. Kind of looks like an ice cream sundae type bowl. But the foot, I didn't have something to work with the foot. So once I applied it, it got really wonky. So this doesn't sit flat. It sits like this. So, and I don't know if I can really grind this one, so I don't know really what to do with this one. This might be just a failed one. But But yeah, it just sits really weird. You can't see it. But yeah, next time I make bowls, I'm gonna have to make sure I have the paper or tools to work with it so I can actually make it sit flat. I overheated it, and then yeah, I just messed it up because the foot was too hot when I tried to work with it. Spun it out and held it up. The foot slumped a little bit. So yeah, I don't know what to do with this one. It's not for sale, that's for sure. Maybe I could grind it down and make it sit flat. I don't know. It takes a lot of grinding though to fix it. But yeah, the multicolored drinking glasses are always really nice. So we'll put those up for sale.
Clayworm said, cut off the foot kill and pick it back up and build a new foot.
Could cut it off and preheat it. Might slump a little bit in the thing, but it's just a lot easier just to make a new one. Just start over, than to try to fix and make it work. I could leave it like that, maybe just cookie foot a new foot and set it on top of that, and then fix it that way. But yeah, it's usually easier just to start over and make a new one, especially something simple like that. Well, I think I'm going to end the stream here. Let's get this on me. We got to get home, get dinner. I haven't had dinner yet. Come on, camera, follow me. Yeah, we haven't had dinner yet.
Agent Wyvern.
So my tummy's rumbling.
Cool to see the process.
Yeah, thanks for stopping in. Who's your fast food dinner? No, I just said I don't want to have fast food.
Dinner.
Stay away from fast food. No. We'll be back on for Multiplayer Wednesday tonight, which is, I know, sometimes not as fun to watch as Glassblowing. So yeah, if you want to see games, follow me on Twitch, Combustible Dan, or Glass. If you want to see just a Glassblowing, follow me on Bit by Flame on YouTube.
Cheers.
And then you can just see me there. But yeah.
Said. Thanks, Dad.
Joe. Yeah, thanks guys for hanging out. Thanks for being here.
Thanks for the stream, sir.
We will see everyone later. I'll be back streaming the Glass tomorrow night, should be. So we'll see everyone later. Have a good night.
Claycorp said.